Today we are going to discuss rough cutting and finish routing of 3-form chroma. First, you want to use a straight edge and mark a line on the 3-form material that you want to cut. After marking the line, remove the straight edge and prepare for the rough cut. Make sure to clamp the 3-form material to a table or bench so it does not move while you are cutting. As you can see, we are using a standard skill saw with a sharp carbide blade. You can freehand the first cut, but make sure you leave about a 1/4 inch of material past the line. This rough cut is necessary so that the router takes off as little material as possible, leaving a really clean edge. Now place the straight edge back on the material and flush it with the original line you drew. Clamp it in place, making sure the clamp set back far enough to allow the router to pass by. It is recommended that you use a heavy-duty router with at least a 1-inch diameter cutter with a bearing on the top. We also recommend taping the edge of the router base plate to keep the resin chips from going everywhere. The large diameter cutter cuts resin much quicker and smoother than smaller cutters and has less vibration. As a final step, it is recommended that you sand the edge of the resin. Scribing 3-form chroma. Using at least a 1/2-inch piece of MDF that you have marked to match your wall or ceiling, take a jigsaw and cut the template approximately 1/16 of an inch away from your line. I always cut this from the bottom side, which allows me to see the line better, and the jigsaw blade will not chip the top and ruin your line. Now you need a good belt sander with a new 80 grit belt. The belt sander will allow you to sand right to your line very precisely without going past your line. Keep the belt sander moving back and forth while applying very little pressure to the MDF. Make sure you hold the belt sander plumb while sanding or you will taper the template, which will affect the final result of the cut. If you are scribing off a lot of material, I typically use a jigsaw with a good plastic cutting blade and cut near the line first before routing. Now place your template back on the resin, making sure the template is placed right to your pencil line. Clamp the template so that the router will pass by the clamps, and go ahead and route the resin to match the template. As a final step, it is recommended that you sand the edge of the chroma before installing it.